Game Kings, The Definition of Game, documentary, coming soon. Yo, what's poppin'? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, the other day I got an email from a bad boy member, and he was basically telling me that, he's out there trying to holler at girls and all this other stuff. And, he was like, he's having a hard time, and he's getting frustrated. You understand? While he's out there trying to make it happen, because he's like, yo, I'm getting rejected, all this other stuff, right? The thing is this. What you have to understand is that when you're out here trying to make shit happen, the frustration you're having is going to make it harder for you to make things happen, because you are approaching and interacting with women with that frustrated energy. You understand? With that needy energy. You're like, I need for this to happen. I have to get this girl, and so what happens is that every time you get rejected, you get more frustrated. And then you go back out there and you're going out there with that frustrated energy. That energy, again, makes chicks want to not fuck with you, and then the cycle continues. You see what I'm saying? And so, the thing that I was telling them is that, you have to be able to interact with women and deal with women without that frustrated, needy energy, even when, shit isn't going the way you want it to go. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is, a lot of times guys, they desire the outcome so much, and that's the thing that makes them not really get what they want. Because what happens is that you start to chase that outcome. You desire it so much that you are wanting it so bad that while you're doing what you're doing, you start getting frustrated, and again, this type of shit happens. See, it's hot as fuck out here. But anyway, like a lot of people, when they talk about, let's say, like spirituality and stuff, they say that, talk about law of attraction and all this other stuff, right? And they'll say that, when you desire something, right, part of you desiring it means that you don't have it. So you're sort of like working from a space of lack. You understand? And usually what happens is that a lot of times when you desire that thing, you desire because you don't have it, but also you're looking at, when I get this thing, I'm gonna be happy. When I get this thing, this is the thing that's gonna, make everything okay, right? So what happens is you're sort of chasing that outcome to make yourself feel good about yourself, or make yourself feel good, about the situation. So the thing is, instead of doing that, or instead of going down that route, right, what it is that the key is to have that feeling already, even if the shit isn't happening. Now, this is something hard. This is like hard shit for people to do, because we're so conditioned to feel like we need to have this or have that in order to feel a certain way, or in order to feel content. So this is why we keep chasing that feeling. We're chasing that outcome. You understand? But the thing is that if you already have that feeling inside you that you don't need that in order to feel good, then what happens is that when you put yourself in these situations, then things will flow a little better in your situations. You understand? So, like, for example, a lot of times when you're dealing with a chick and she sees that you're needy, she sees that you're sort of clingy, she sees that you want it so bad, that's not really attractive to her, because she doesn't want to necessarily be chased. You understand? She wants to be around a guy who's cool, calm, and collected. He's chill, he's just doing his thing. And then that makes her attracted to him, because he's not putting this pressure in the situation for things to happen. He's content, just being who he is and just doing his thing. And so that's attractive to her. So then therefore she's drawn into that energy. She wants to be around him more. You understand? So picture a guy who's just cool, chilling, doing his thing, having fun on his own, being himself, right? And then picture another guy who's like, needy, clingy, you know, trying to get with this girl, texting her all the time, you know, like, oh, where are you at? I need you. You understand? Which guy do you think she's going to want to hang around? You understand? She's most likely going to want to hang around the first guy who's just chill, right? And so when you have this energy, when you're dealing with women in general, what happens is that you start to attract more women because you don't have that frustrated, needy energy. You understand? See, what happens is, you know, like I said, a lot of people are looking for the outcome, and they'll say, well, you know, like I've heard guys say, well, it's, you know, it's easy for you to be confident because, you know, you have things going on, and, you know, it's easy for you to say this because you got shit popping off, right? But even if I didn't have things popping off, because there's times when I didn't have things popping off, it's still, you still have to have that feeling of, you know, I'm chill, I'm calm, I'm collected. I'm not necessarily like, you know, chasing this validation. I'm not chasing the chick. I'm not, you know, I don't need for this to go down in order for me to be happy. When you have that thought process, things flow, you know, a little bit better. You understand? So you don't necessarily need for it to happen for you to have the feeling of contentment. You just need to have that feeling. You feel what I'm saying? Because yeah, you know, there are times where, you know, I've gotten shit easier because I was in situations where I was already dealing with women. So I you know, I was just like, whatever, you understand? So I wasn't really like, I had the feeling of, you know, shit could go down whenever. I'm not really stressing it. It is what it is. But even in times of, you know, when there's a, you know, time where shit isn't popping off like it's supposed to, you know, I'm not approaching the situation where I need for this to happen in order for me to feel content, in order for me to, you know, feel happy in the situation. So when that happens, when I talk to a girl or when I interact with a girl, I'm interacting with her with a cool, calm, and collected energy, which in turn makes her want to fuck with me. Versus if I'm interacting with her, you know, in a needy energy, you see what I'm saying? Then it, you know, it sort of repels people, because you gotta understand something. When you have that needy energy, it repels people. You understand? Like, think about, let's say if you were, you know, let's say you owned a company and you wanted to hire some people, right? And let's say you get one guy come in and, you know, you're interviewing him, you know, y'all having a conversation, he's chill, you know, you look at his resume, he has a good resume, you know, he seems like a really cool guy, y'all talking, y'all laughing, everything is cool, right? And, you know, he says to you, hey, listen, you know, this looks like a very good place to work. I would love to work here. You know, I hope I get the job. But if not, you know, it was really nice meeting you, and I hope you have a good day, right? Real cool dude. Real cool dude, right? So now, next, you know, you get another guy come in for the interview, and y'all are talking. He's looking very nervous. He's like, you know, he's very like anxious. And, you know, he's answering the questions, but then, you know, right before he leaves, he's like, listen, you know, I just really, really need a job. Like, you know, I need this. I can't, you know, go back out there. I really need this to happen. Like, you know, if you could really just pick me, you know, I would, you know, like he's begging for the job and he seems super desperate. You understand? So it's like, you have the one guy that's like chilling, he's like cool, you know, cool guy, and you got the other guy that's super needy and desperate, right? His neediness and him being desperate is it's weird, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, this guy seems kind of crazy right now, like relax, bro, you know what I'm saying? You'll most likely want to pick the first guy because, you know, overall, he's, you know, he seems like he's more level-headed, he'd do a better job versus this super needy, anxious dude that's just kind of like all over the place. So when people are like that, you know, usually other people don't want to be around them. You understand? Because even the thought of you chasing the chick or chasing the situation means that the situation's trying to move away from you. You feel what I'm saying? Versus you just being cool, calm, and collected and chill and being able to acquire those situations based off of those situations wanting to sort of like you know, be around you because you are that cool, calm, and collected dude. So a lot of times when you're dealing with these chicks, part of what's making it harder for you is the frustration. But you have the frustration because you are responding to the outcomes that you have, which is, you know, the girls rejecting you. But what I'm saying is that you need to be able to take the rejections, but also come into each new situation, you know, not needing for the situation to be a situation where she wants to give you the number, where she wants to get with you. You understand? You have to come at it with the energy, with that fresh, new, you know, cool energy to each woman that you're stepping to. You understand? You have to have that energy there. You understand? And you know, you should be in this sort of state of mind where, you know, I'm good regardless. If I get with her, that's cool. If I don't get with her, that's cool. You understand? So no matter what happens, I'm good. But if you keep going into interactions, you know, hoping the girl wants to get with you, and then getting frustrated each time it doesn't happen, that's just gonna keep the cycle going, and it's gonna get harder and harder for you. Because the key is you have to have that feeling of contentment regardless. And then this is when a lot more stuff starts to happen for you. This is when a lot more women want to get with you. This is when a lot more women are going to gravitate to you, when you just have that energy of I'm good either way. Because when you have that energy of I'm good either way, when you step to the next girl, you're coming to her with that energy. You're coming to her with that positive energy that I'm good either way. You see what I'm saying? Because see, this is the thing, because even, you know, when we talk about the spiritual shit, you know, what they'll say is, you know, when a lot of spiritual teachers, what they'll say is that, you know, everything that you want, you know, or everything that you desire, or, you know, that you want to get is already here. It's there already. You know what I'm saying? And what happens is that when you're chasing those things you want, when you're desperately needing those things you want, or when you desire those things you want, you're saying that you don't have it. You understand? You're saying I don't have it. Part of you desiring it, saying is you have the energy of I don't have it yet, which is the lack. So you start chasing. But if you realize that it's already there, you already have it, and you're just centered in you, in being in, you know, being about what you're about, a lot more of those opportunities show up, and you actually get more shit popping. So what I mean that it's already there already, the women that you want are already there, right? The women that want you are already there. You just haven't found those women because A, you haven't really talked to enough women to find them, and two, you know, and B, I should say, what happens is that there, for example, there might be a girl, let's say you go to a park today. There might be a girl that, you know, found you physically attractive, right? But then you go up to her, and because you started acting needy, and you're already frustrated from the last two girls that rejected you, you come to her with that frustrated energy, and then that turns her off. But you could have got her if you were just cool, calm, and collected and chill, and was just, you know, just chilling and not really having this frustrated energy. But your frustrated energy basically made her not want to fuck with you, and that could have been a girl that you could have gotten. So what you wanted was already there, but you're the one who is bringing that energy that could be repelling the things you could have got. You feel what I'm saying? And so this is what I'm saying, where, you know, you within yourself at first making the decision to be content with where you're at, what's going on, regardless of the situations that's happening. You're happy what you know, whether or not you got the chick, that's going to bring more things into your situation, because you're becoming that cool, calm, and collected dude that understands that he is, you know, valuable, he's whole, no matter what's going on. And that's when more women are gonna wanna be around you. That's when more women are gonna wanna fuck with you, because you're not giving off that weird, needy, crazy energy where you're chasing the chick down and she's running away from you. She doesn't really wanna fuck with you because you got that, you know, weird type of energy. And that's really what it is that you guys have to tap into that regardless. You understand? So the key is that no matter what's happening, you should feel good about you. You should feel good about your situations. You shouldn't make the outcome of the situations you have with women dictate how you're going to feel about yourself. I don't care if 25, 30, 40 girls rejected you in a row. You understand what I'm saying? You don't interact with the next one with that same frustrated energy. You understand? Don't do that shit. You understand? And this is very hard for a lot of guys to grasp, because we're so conditioned to have our behavior be dictated by what's happening, outside of us. You understand what I'm saying? And if you want to get more deeper on that spiritual shit, what's outside of us is a reflection of what's inside of us. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times what happens is that, you're getting back what you're giving. If you're giving that frustrated, sort of needy energy, that type of energy, you're gonna get back, that energy of women who don't want to really be around you. You see what I'm saying? Because they're like, yo, this guy, he's on some other shit. You see what I mean? But if you're giving that energy of, you're positive, you're chill, you're just doing you. You understand what I'm saying? Then that's when people are going to want to gravitate towards you. You understand? This don't even go for just girls. This could be like, you could have like, people who want to be your friends more because of this. You understand? You're going to have people who want to do more business with you. You'll make more money this way. You know what I'm saying? When you have that sort of energy. But if you have that frustrated energy based off of based off of the situations that aren't going your way, you're just going to get more of that. You understand? This is why even when you see like a lot of super successful rich people, they've been through the trenches. They've been through the bullshit. And it's not to say that, they haven't sort of like been frustrated, upset at certain points. You understand what I'm saying? But what happens is that they've pushed through that. They've, got to the point where they've kept going. They looked at certain things in a positive way to get themselves to that next level. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it, man. Listen, guys, if you have any questions, make sure you click the link below and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.
Now, before you go, make sure you click the link below to get your free copy of the audio program, Undeniable Game. This program is going to teach you 7 easy-to-follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women.
In this audio program, you'll learn exactly what you need to do to become that confident man women are attracted to. You'll also learn what you must do to become better at approaching and talking to women. You'll learn why women don't return your calls and what to do to increase the chances of women returning your calls. You'll also learn the only time you should call or text a woman. You'll learn how to start conversations with women. You'll learn the mindset you must have to be successful with women. You'll also learn the main thing you need to do to figure out if a woman is really interested in you, and much more.
So make sure you click the link below to get your copy today.